technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Everybody knows that high school. Which generates suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you will be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message
35 and brought down there by Derek Taylor. That's number one moment. That's Keith Harden for the Tigers and Taylor on the tackle. Lucas Martin also in there on the tackle. And that's good for a Mark Twain Tiger first down. It's a chains move just at the Elsberry 44-yard line. As it's going to be very difficult here to see the Tigers jerseys as they have dark blue color with dark blue numbers on the back. As again, they break huddle. There's a tight formation. Quarterback in the shotgun. There's a snap. Direct snap. 17 is going to carry it straight up the middle. He's past the 40 to the 35. And he's going to be brought down there by a gang of Hawks. And that's going to be 25 Taylor getting off the bottom there. As the IndianHawks look to stop the run game here early in Mark Twain, as that's been one of their weaknesses here this season, as I've had a chance to follow these IndianHawks. So first and down again here at the 39-yard line now of the IndianHawks as the Mark Twain Tigers move the ball. That's number 17, Austin Epperson, the quarterback. He takes the snap. It's going to, again, direct snap straight up the middle, and he's going to be stopped there. That's number 25 again, Taylor, and number 35, Malik McPike on the tackle. So the IndianHawks need to look to really stack that middle, as 3 plays have gone up the middle for 3 times in a row, and that was brought down for short yardage. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 7 here for the Tigers as the clock rolls here in the first quarter at Mark Twain High School. Epperson under center. He's going to take the snap again straight up the middle, following some blockers. He goes to the outside, and a great tackle there is going to be made by number 5. I'm sorry, that was number 3, Genowin, with the great open field tackle, as that's going to bring up 3rd down for the Tigers here as they continue to drive here in the first quarter. So gain of 6, 3rd and 1 from the Elsberry Clopton 25-yard line as the Tigers huddle up in the backfield and now break. Again, they're using this more like stack formation, almost a quadruple option, and it's going to keep the Elsberry Hawks on their toes all night. As again, 17 is going to keep straight up the middle. Keeper up the middle. He's going to get up the first down, but that was stopped real quick by number 5, Zach Evans. So far from my time watching the IndianHawks here, I'm going to tell you the first thing they're going to need to keep an eye on is this run game of the Tigers, as it looks to be dangerous as they run a triple to quadruple option. And Clopton's going to want to stop this and be the first to put points on the board tonight. So the Tigers again break huddle. And again, keeper to the outside here. He's got a lane. He cuts back to the middle to the 5. Touchdown, Mark Twain Tigers. So that was number 39, Jace Barton, with the keeper straight up the middle. That's a 15-yard run, and that's going to put the Tigers on the board first here in the first quarter, 6-0 with 7:42 left in the first. As this crowd has piled in tonight here to witness this Mark Twain team take on the visiting Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks. So Mark Twain Tigers are going to line up for 2 here. Apologize, folks. I'm not going to be able to see the kicker's number, so bear with me. Appears to be number 14, Dustin Smith. He's going to take the kick. So that looked to be a flag on the IndianHawks. That's going to move it half the distance of the goal as we'll retry. Looks to appear like the Tigers want to go for 2 this time. Tigers break huddle. That's number 10, Spoonhauer. He's going to hand it off straight up the middle. He's wrapped up, but he is going to be in for 2. Anthony tried to make the tackle before he crossed the goal line, but the Mark Twain. I'm sorry. It looks like the ref's going to call this one back. This is going to be false start on the Tigers, so the two-point conversion is no good. We're going to retry this one last time. So Mark Twain gets put back. It looks like they're going to bring the T back out again, and they're going to attempt the field goal. So Epperson going to try the extra point for the Tigers. There's the snap. The kick is up. And the kick is good. So after the Tigers' first drive here in the first quarter, 7:42 left. Mark Twain Tigers 7, Clopton Elsberry nothing.
Presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. These days, the concept of value matters more than ever, and you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message was
Back here in center Missouri. So Mark Twain kicked the ball off. They kicked the ball extremely high. It was about 20 yards in the air and only traveled about 10. Mark Twain trying to do some trickery with somewhat of an onside kick, but the Elsberry IndianHawks were able to recover as they're going to get the ball about the 40. That's about the 39-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the IndianHawks as Sean Yates brings his offense back onto the field here. As we're going to spread out 4 wide now. This is the IndianHawk offense we've been looking forward to. Yates is going to be in the pistol. He's got Walker to his right. He's going to take the snap, drop back to pass. Pass over the middle. It's going to be complete by Taylor. He hurdles the defender. He's to the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. Derek Taylor from Sean Yates. He hurdles the defender and takes it all the way as the Elsberry IndianHawks just come right back down the field and they score on the first play of this drive. 7:29 left here in the first. 7-6. Mark Twain Tigers. Wow, what a play to start on that offensive drive there as Yates just completed over the middle to Taylor, and Taylor did the rest, and that was going to be about it's a 61-yard touchdown run there, folks. So 61-yard touchdown run. Derek Taylor from Sean Yates is going to bring us on the board. We're going to go for 2 here. Yates in the pistol. Walker to his right. He's going to take the snap, hand it straight up the middle. Walker's going to push the pile. And once the play is over, he's going to be brought down to the 1-yard line short of the 2-point conversion. So just like that, folks, the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks strike with 1 play and bring the game back to 7-6 here. 7:29 left in the first quarter. So you watching at home there, pretty simply saw that. Taylor ran a quick slant route, caught the ball, cut it back to his left-hand side, hurdled one defender, and his legs did the rest as he ran 61 yards for the touchdown. And we have a ball game here in the first quarter as Elsberry Clopton is going to kick the ball off here, and the Mark Twain is going to get another chance here in the first quarter. So like many of our other games we've called here in the Indian Sports Network this year, we're probably going to see another high-scoring game as well. So let's hope that one side or the other brings a defense out, and or we're going to have another shootout, which so far I've really enjoyed being able to call these shootouts so far. kicks the ball off, and the ball's going to be returned to the 37-yard line as the IndianHawks here look to bring a stop to here in the first quarter. So ball at the 37-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Mark Twain Tigers as they trail here early in the game, 7-6. As they're going to line up in that stack formation again. Again, hard to see players, so we're just going to call it out as it happens. There's a snap. It's going to be over the head. The ball's going to be picked up and to be tackled for a loss as the IndianHawks scoop him up. Damian Walker, the first one there to bring him down, as that's going to be a loss of about 5 yard lines. Looks like it's going to bring up 2nd and 15 as the clock rolls at 7 minutes. Ball at the 32 for the Tigers as they drive here in the first quarter. Elsberry looking to bring the pressure. There's a flag on the play. Came from the far side. Offsides on that aggressive Elsberry Clopton defense here. And so that's going to negate the loss. Bring up 2nd and 10 here for the Mark Twain Tigers. So 2nd and 10 here as Mark Twain breaks huddle. Comes back to, again, Elsberry stacking the box. Looks like all 11 players are going to be in the boxes. The handoff's going to be a direct snap again, and there it is. That stack box for the Elsberry team really worked. And let's see who comes out of this pile. Looks like it's number 5, Kyle Evans, who is first there. As we continue, it's going to be a gain of 1 and 3rd and 9 here for the Mark Twain Tigers. So again, Clopton, Elsberry looking to stop this run here. Okay, I don't have audio again. I don't believe so. Check, 1, 2. Anybody hear me? Check my stream here. Check. So Tiger first down here as the clock continues to roll at 5:51 left here in the first quarter. So there it is again. There's a snap up the middle. He's going to find a hole and break it out for about an 8-yard gain. He's going to be brought down by, that's number 84, Trevor Anthony on the tackle. So I'm going to bring up about 2nd and 3 for the Mark Twain Tigers. So the Clopton Elsberry 46-yard line. As the clock continues to tick here. As we're at the 5-minute mark left in the first quarter. There's the snap from Mark Twain. They're going to drop back to pass this time. A lot of pressure coming up the middle. He's going to keep it, and he's going to be stuffed. Damian Walker comes up, and he's going to drop him for a 1-yard loss here and bring up 3rd and 4. What a hit there by Walker as he came in and put the blow down on a pass there, trying to be attempted. So 1-yard loss on the play. 3rd and 4 here for the Mark Twain Tigers. As the clock continues to roll. There's the snap. It's going to be an option to the far side, and they're going to swallow it up. Multiple IndianHawks there going to be on the stop. And that's going to bring up 4th down here as it looks like Taylor and Genowan make the tackle together. As Taylor's racking up the tackles already, and Gentleman's doing his part on the outside to make sure you seal those ends off, and they cannot get outside and break those long runs. So, folks, if you're listening back home there on YouTube, I figured out my technical difficulties here. You should be able to hear me a lot better as I can hear myself now. As there's the snap directly up the middle. First down, Mark Twain. Flag on the play. Let's see what the signal is going to be from the referee here. Sideline warning against the IndianHawks. So that's going to be a Tiger first down. That's been kind of a trend here in the past couple of weeks with those sideline interference penalties on the Clopton IndianHawks. So the ball's going to be placed at the 39-yard line. First and 10, 7-6 Mark Twain over the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks at the moment. As again, with this option formation, there's the snap. The ball's a direct snap. It's going to be up the middle. He breaks to the outside. He's got a hole. He's past the 30, the 25, and 20. He's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Looked to be Genuine who finally got out there and pushed him out of bounds. Another flag's going to be on the play here. So as we wait for the official call from the referees here, again, that's where you got a sealed. So, apologies, I missed the call here. It's going to be a personal foul on Clopton Elsberry. That's going to move the ball within the 10-yard line here as Mark Twain Tigers look to continue to run the ball and put some more points on the board here in the first quarter. It's a beautiful night here in Center, Missouri as the sun is set. The lights are on. It's a beautiful night for football. Perfect weather. Again, first and goal from the 6-yard line for the Mark Twain Tigers as they lead 7-6 here in the first quarter of the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks. There's a snap, and again, it's going to be a direct snap. And it looks like we stopped him up the middle there for a short gain. Epperson, the ball carrier there. So he's brought down by big number 84, Anthony. So again, Anthony's going to be the center of that Elsberry Hawk Indian defense is going to be a big key here to winning this game, as it looks like Mark Twain has an offense that strictly runs the ball based on that option formation. So there's not going to be a lot of things that they can throw at the Elsberry IndianHawks tonight. So again, under center, man in motion to the far side, ball's kept to the near side. He's going to be tripped up, but he's going to be in for a touchdown. Mark Twain Tigers. Looked to be Epperson on the carry there as he was tripped up. I'm sorry, that was Chase Martin on the touchdown for Mark Twain. That's going to bring our score here to 13-6 with 2:39 left in the first quarter as the Elsberry IndianHawks coaching staff looks to find ways to stop this option run that the Tigers appear to run constantly. So again, Epperson's going to attempt the extra point for the Tigers here. There's the snap. Oh, it's going to be a fake, and it looks like he's just going to be brought down right away. No room to go anywhere. Number 1, Lucas Martin. So conversion no good. Your score, 13, Mark Twain, Clopton Elsberry 6, 2:39 left in the first quarter.
By the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay. Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Back here in London, Missouri, or Center, Missouri. I'm not quite sure where we are here in Rawls County, but we are here at Mark Twain High School. So the Mark Twain Tigers lead the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks 13-6 here. as Mark Twain looks to kick the ball off here. Genoan back to receive the kick. It's going to be caught by Bostel. Bostel's going to go to the far side looking for some room. Be brought down just past the 45-yard line after about a 15-yard gain on that kick return. So the Elsberry Clopton IndianHawks offense jogs back on the field here. Sean Yates and company look to have the same success as they did on last drive. There's a 61-yard touchdown pass to Derek Taylor to answer quickly as they're getting down here 13-6, 2:34 left here in the first quarter. 41 at the 41-yard line, 1st and 10 for the IndianHawks. Yates in the pistol. Walker to his right. He's going to take the snap. It's going to be a pass to the near side here. It's going to be caught by number 13. It's Kyle Martin. He's going to be brought down after a small gain of about 3 yards on the play. So again, the passing game is going to be a big key tonight here for Elsberry as they look to go to, again, above 500, 4-3 on this year, as this tough emo conference has not been doing anybody favors here this year. So Martin with the catch. It's going to be a 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6 for the IndianHawks. As they break huddle here, we're going to have 4 wideouts. Walker in the backfield with Yates. Yates is going to take the snap. He's dropping back to pass again. Passing over the middle. He's got Martin in stride, and the ball's just incomplete. Sean Yates just over the head of Kyle Martin, and Martin had no one in front of him but white hash marks and touchdown field goal post. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 6 here as the IndianHawks look to move the chains here in the first quarter, as the clock will stop at 1:45. 3rd and 6 from the 45 as Elsberry Clopton huddles up. 45 or the 40-yard line. There's a break huddle. Again, 4 wideouts. Taylor and Anthony to the far side. Evans and Martin here to the near side. Walker behind Yates. Makes the adjustments at the line. There's the snap. It's going to be another pass. Plenty of time. And that pass is caught again by Taylor, who's going to make a move after the first down. He's at the 40, close to the 40-yard line. It's going to be brought down after an IndianHawk first down as Derek Taylor with the reception. This is going to be a 15-yard reception there on the first down pitch and catch, for Yates and Taylor, as they have hooked up now 3 times tonight, as Yates is 3 of 5 so far here in the first quarter. 4 wideouts set again. Walker to the left-hand side of Yates. Yates whispers in his running back's ear. He's going to take the snap. Again, dropping back to pass. This time he's going to keep it straight up the middle. And Mark Twain was ready for that one, as he's only going to get about a 2-yard gain there. As it's going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the IndianHawks, as we're in the last minute of the first quarter here at Mark Twain High School, as your Elsberry Clopton IndianHawks are behind at the moment, 13-6 to the host Mark Twain Tigers. Beautiful night here for football as Yates again has 4 wideouts. 1 to his left, that's Walker. He's going to take the snap. He's going to drop back to pass, looking for somebody. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to go for the touchdown. Anthony up in the air, makes the catch at the 15. He's going to break a tackle and touchdown, IndianHawks. Trevor Anthony with the catch at the 15-yard line, breaks a tackle at the 10. Ball across the end zone, touchdown, IndianHawks. As this passing game has really done a lot here for this IndianHawks, as that's going to be a 39-yard pitch and catch. Yates to Anthony, as Anthony went up, got that ball. Folks, that guy has some great hands, and he should have a lot of universities looking at him, as he's a versatile player here in the emo conference. As they're going to go for 2 here, as Yates puts Martin in motion, rolls out to the far side, looking for a receiver. He's going to come back to this way. Oh, Pass intended for Zach Evans, broken up by a Mark Twain player. Conversion's no good, so that's going to bring our score here to 13-12. Mark Twain Tigers over your Indian Hawk of Elsberry Clopton. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter, and we'll be right back to bring that to you.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FD.
Back here as an onside kick attempt by the IndianHawks. It's unsuccessful as Mark Twain's going to recover that just after the, looks like 50-yard line. So this offense of the Elsberry Clopton IndianHawks has scored so fast that this defense is living on the field, and they're going to have to switch up formations similar to what they did against Wright City last week and against Van Far. I'm sorry, Wright City wasn't last week, but Wright City the week before and Van Far for homecoming as they look to stuff this run as it doesn't look like Mark Twain has much of a passing game to go off of. So let's see what Coach Burnett and the coaching staff have in store to stop this Mark Twain run. As again, here in the option formation, there's the snap, and again, it's going to be a keeper right up the middle. He's following his fullback, and he's going to break it, try it to the outside, and he does. He's got a first down. He's past the 40-yard line and pushed out of bounds at the 35. Taylor on the carry there as there was a big hole up the middle that Clopton just could not close in time for the Tigers to get that first down. So again, as the IndianHawks have a difficult time stopping this run. Again, adjustments will need to be made throughout this game as the first quarter is coming close to an end here. And it appears that the Mark Twain Tigers are going to go ahead and let that clock run out. So after one here in Center, Missouri, at the home of the Mark Twain Tigers, it's going to be the Mark Twain Tigers 13 and your Elsberry Clopton IndianHawks 12.
See.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Missouri's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back here in Mark Twain High School as both teams take the field to start the second quarter here. So again, the 3-3 Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks travel to Mark Twain here to take on the 1-5 Tigers as we look to close this season on a high note after a difficult week last week in South Callaway. So this defense is going to look to shut down here as it's going to be a direct snap again. There's a flag on the play as 17 carries the ball close to a first down. That's Eberson, the ball carrier. Flag on the play, so we'll wait for the official result here. Does that look? So now a sideline warning against Mark Twain. That's the first. So this has been given to each side now as the ref has a good talk with the head coach there. Made sure he's drawn the line finally enough where they need to stay and where the play of field is. So it's going to be 2nd and 2. Not sure. I believe that's just a warning. That's why the flag is thrown. So 2nd and 2 here for Mark Twain. As the ball is snapped, it's Eberson with the keeper again, straight up the middle. It's going to be brought down there, but not after a first down for the Mark Twain Tigers. So Mark Twain continues to jam this ball up the middle, and the Elsberry, Clopton IndianHawks are going to need to find a way to get some push there on that defensive line. It looks like that offensive line of the Mark Twain Tigers is really pushing them back instead of getting that initial push there to keep those guys in the backfield. So again, let's see what the coaching staff has to say to these boys as halftime is 11 minutes away and adjustments will be made then. But let's see what we can do now as the box is stacked with the IndianHawks. As Mark Twain comes out again, it's going to be a reverse to this side, and it's going to be brought down after a short gain. That's Walker who stood him up and brought him down. It's going to be a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7 here for the Mark Twain Tigers. So this running game is something that has worked so far for the Tigers, as they've been getting great push there off that offensive line. And the Elsberry Clopton defense hasn't had anything to say back yet. So again, you're going to look for some leadership there up the middle. Got 75 out there who's up the middle. It's Dugan. Look for him to get some push to keep this line running. There's the ball snap again up the middle. Mark Twain Tigers going to break a couple tackles, but he's going to be brought down there by looks like number 14. I'm sorry, that's Kyle Martin on the tackle, along with Riley Walker. So that's another Mark Twain Tiger first down here. There's really not a lot you can do against this offense. There's a lot of plays this Mark Twain Tiger offense can run out of this. They can continue to run straight up the middle. Again, you can put guys in motion to run sweeps. Again, there's a lot of options this Mark Twain team has to play out of it, and it's going to keep these IndianHawks guessing throughout this game. Again, there's motion. The handoff is to the near side here. He's going to jump one tackle. He's brought down at the 1-yard line. There's a touchdown-saving tackle. IndianHawk there. Turn around, young man. That's Trevor Anthony who makes that tackle at the 1-yard line. So 2nd and goal here from the 1 now for Mark Twain. The Tigers are knocking on the doorstep to bring another touchdown here as we wind down in the first half. So the lines are snapped, straight up the gut, and that player is in for a touchdown. Yeah, that was Avery Everson on the keeper there. Excuse me, folks. That's going to bring the score to 19-12. Mark Twain Tigers over the IndianHawks. 9:20 left here in the second quarter. And I can really talk to it ad nauseum about how this IndianHawk team really just needs to get off the ball on the defensive side. I know, kind of listening to the coaches, that this defense has really lived on the field here in the first half. As our offense, I mean, we haven't been stopped yet. But we need our defense in order to win this game, and in order to win this game, we're going to need some stops on the defensive side of the ball. Again, this is speaking football common knowledge here, but in order to win this game here tonight, Mark Twain, we need to go ahead and follow through with these things. So official timeout, looks to get some things in order here. There's the whistle. And it looks like we're going to have some swing gate motion here from Mark Twain. We saw a lot of this from the Van Far team when they were in. There's the snap. It's going to be an option play. Far side, it's snuffed out. But he cuts back to the inside. 2 points is good. Mark Twain, 21, visiting Elsberry Clopton IndianHawks, 12. 9:25 left in the second.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Back here in Center, Missouri, Mark Twain High School, the spot of our event tonight as the home team Mark Twain Tigers are on top of your Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks 21-12 here in the second quarter as the IndianHawks continue to make defensive adjustments here. The offense has played great. We had our first drive of the game wasn't the best by no means. That was a 4-and-out. But Mark Twain, every time they've had the ball, they've drove it straight up the field using these multiple options. So there's the kick. It's going to be over Genowin's head. It's going to roll all the way down and going to be a touchback. So touchback for Mark Twain. That'll bring the ball out to, I believe, the 25-yard line. I'm not exactly sure what high school calls for. So it's going to be the 20 or 25. As there's, again, 9:25 left here in the second quarter. Clopton Elsberry really needs to get this, maybe needs to take some time off the clock here on this offensive drive to give that defense some rest and give the coaches some time to really think about what they need to do in order for them to make the proper adjustments to get back into this game and, you know. So, again, Yates is going to come out in the shotgun. He's got two in the backfield this time, split receivers, and that's Taylor next to him with Walker. He's going to pass, drops back. He's got a man to the near side open, but Yates is going to keep it to the far side. He's going to try to cut up the middle. Or, I'm sorry, cut back up the field. It looks to be about a 4-yard carry for Yates. As Yates was going through his progressions here, if he'd gone through one more, his fourth and final one, he had a man to the near side here. That was Martin, who was wide open at just about the first down marker. And he could have broke that off for a big chunk of yards. So Yates is going to get the play from the sideline again. This offense looks to continue this drive. So again, split wideouts. Sorry, this is a stacked line. A wideout to the near side. Taylor and Walker in the backfield. He's going to hand it directly off to Walker, who's going to go straight up the middle. There's not a lot of room there. But he is going to gain, looks like 4. We'll call that 4 yards for Walker. As it's going to bring up 3rd down and 1 for the IndianHawks. As again, it looks like they're going to try to slow things down just a bit here and give that defense some time to rest on the sidelines, regroup, and figure out how they're going to stop this running game of the Mark Twain Tigers. Stacked line once again. Yates in the backfield. He's going to take the snap. This time he's going to hand it off to Taylor straight up the middle. And Taylor's going to lunge, and he's going to get the first down after a carry of 4. Sorry, folks, I'm just fixing my stat sheets here and make sure we get everything right for these boys and give them the credit where this credit is due. So there's that. Apologies, folks. There's the snap. Yates looking to pass. He's going to keep it, looking for some room to the outside. Ball's loose. Wait for the official call. Still awaiting the official call here. It looks to be Mark Twain ball. So Mark Twain has recovered the ball after Yates fumbled it. So Yates with a fumble on the play. Mark Twain recovers with great field position at the IndianHawk 33-yard line. So that's not what the IndianHawks wanted here, as they, again, look to find something to stop this run defense, as so far it has not panned out well for the IndianHawks. So that's a turnover. First one in a long time there for Yates. Again, stacked box. There's the option play for Mark Twain as they run to the outside. He's got a first down and some more. Damian Walker catches him from behind. So again, it's another first down for the Mark Twain Tigers as they just continue to move this ball on this Clopton Elsberry defense here. So it's a gain of 14, ball on the 19-yard line. So the clock runs at 7 minutes here for the Mark Twain Tigers. Again, there should be no rush on their side of things as they've pretty handily controlled not only this game as far as the running game goes, but this clock as well. There's the snap. There's a flag on the play, and the play is directly up the middle. He's going to be wrapped up and dragged down close. Appears to have a first down. That's McPike who finally brings him down. Excuse me. Let's see what this flag is before we... it's a false start against Mark Twain, so that's going to bring the ball back. So now we're going to look at 1st and 15 for the Tigers. So they look to put more points on the board here. Trying something new tonight, folks. Here at Mark Twain, they have a bit of a different setup, so I'm trying to sit down and call this game, and I'm kind of getting antsy here. Oh, there's a timeout on the field. Clopton Elsberry, 6:57 left, 21-12. Mark Twain Tigers on top.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Teams take the field there after the timeout as Mark Twain looks to extend this 21-12 lead here in the second quarter. As again, there hasn't been any, there's been no answer for their multiple option run attack here at their home field. 21-12, again the score. Clopton Elsberry looking for answers in order to stop this team and this run game so far. So here we are. Looks like we're going to get a little bit of different look here as we have two wideouts now for Mark Twain. There's the snap. The ball's going to be thrown outside here for a screen. It's snuck out, and there's Anthony. No gain on that play as Clopton Elsberry really snuck out that play. McPike, Taylor were there to corral him in, and Anthony came over and finished that play off. It's going to be no gain on the play. So 2nd and 14. They're going to give him 1 yard on that play. So let's see here if, again, we can get another stop. But if I were the Mark Twain Tigers, I would go right back to the ground. Keep that ball out of the air. If they can't stop you on the ground, let's keep going. It's going to be a hurry up here. There's the snap, and the ball, again, is just going to be an option play. Spin to the outside. There it is. There's a big stop by Malik McPike. I'm sorry, that's number 22, Eddie Bonstell, who's going to get in there on that tackle for no gain on the play. As that run play was finally enough guys were there to corral that ball, contain him, and help came as Bonstell finished that tackle off. So here, ball at the 24-yard line, 3rd and 14 for the Mark Twain Tigers. It's going to be a big stop here on 3rd down to bring up a 4th down to make the Tigers think about what they want to do on 4th or 3rd and long. So again, watch this run, dig those hands in, and get some push defensive line. Push that offensive line back. So here we are. Snap. Again, option to the near side here. All over it again. And is brought down after a small gain. That's McPike, number 35. So McPike, Taylor, and Anthony really holding it down for this defense here. As now Mark Twain is going to think about what they want to do here on 4th and 3rd down. 23-yard line is where the ball is spotted. Mark Twain looking for some answers from their coaches there. Each team with 2 timeouts here. Again, we wait for a play from the sidelines to come. It looks like the coach is going to let it go all the way down, and he does. Timeout Mark Twain. 4:30 left in the second quarter.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back here on another beautiful night for football. It's the Mark Twain Tigers are hosting the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks, up 21-12, 4:30 left here in the first half as Mark Twain just took its second timeout. They're looking at 4th and 13 from the 23-yard line. As they're going to have 3 wideouts this time. Different formations set up in the pistol. Again, it's going to be an option play. Just snuffed right out, and tackles missed. Ball's in the air. That ball looks to be intercepted. Is that ball intercepted? So as I wait for the official call here, if they're going to call that an incomplete pass or looks like they're going to call that. 1 second, folks, as it looks to be some confusion on the field. As the refs look. So no interception on the play by Street. Great defensive play there to make sure that that ball was not caught for the first down. The ball is going to be placed here at, what are we going to do at? The 23-yard line. So at their own 23, Yates and company, you're going to start off there. In the pistol, Taylor and Walker in the backfield. Again, pass for Yates. Looking long. He's got a receiver. Oh, man. And just out of the hands of Kyle Martin, who are in a great post route. Yates had all the time in the world, and there was just just off the fingertips of Kyle Martin. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 now. As Yates had plenty of time there to throw the ball, and Martin just could not come up with it. 2nd and 10 now. Stacked formation. Martin is a split out back to the near side. 2 in the backfield, that's Taylor and Walker. There's the snap. Again, plenty of time to pass. Dumps it off over the middle. That's Evans. He's at the 30, 35, 40. Takes a tackler on. Needs to be drove to the ground at the 40-yard line. But not after a 17-yard pickup there by Zach Evans. So it's a 17-yard play here as Yates hooks up with Evans to his tight end. Again, looking at this roster for the Elsberry team, there's not many seniors. I think we're only looking at 3, maybe 4 seniors on this team. So a lot of these guys, including that quarterback tight end combination there, are going to be returning next year and could be a big threat in their senior years. So same bunch formation, extra tight end, 2 receivers split to the side. There's the snap. Looks to be a rollout to the far side. He's looking for some room. He's going to dump it off. He does dump it off to Taylor. Taylor breaks 1 tackle, gets tripped up. But that's a great gain by Derek Taylor. Sean Yates did not have what he wanted to have there, but he jumped it off to Taylor, and Taylor was able to pick up about 6 yards there. So 2nd and 4 here from the 47-yard line as Elsberry Clopton is driving. Stacked line, receiver to my side here. That's Martin. Low snap, hands it off to Walker, straight up the gut, looking for some room. He's pushing forward. He stretches and it appears he's right there at the first down line. Let's see where they mark it on the near side. Looks like they're going to mark it just short of the first down. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 1 after that 3-yard. That was a tough 3 yards for Walker to get there. As again, we look to pick up a first down here. Martin split out to the near side, stacked line. Walker and Taylor in the backfield. There's the snap. That ball's kept right up the middle. That's a first down there. Sean Yates with the quarterback keeper. There is a flag on the play. It could be motion. Let's see the official call from the referees here. They huddle up on the far side of the field. We will await their call. 21-12, Mark Twain over Elsberry Clopton IndianHawks here. Another gorgeous night of football. Personal foul, face mask on Mark Twain. So we'll take the first down and the 15-yard penalty. Let you know where we're going to place the ball here. Looks to be about the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 IndianHawks. So we wait for Mr. Taylor to tie his shoe. The play clock runs as Taylor rushes to the line. Walker and Taylor in the backfield. One split out to the near side. Yates is going to drop back to pass. He's going to dump it off to Taylor, and he takes a big hit in the backfield. Huge hit in the backfield this time. Number 56 snuffed that out all the way. It's Casey Williams. That's going to be a loss on the play of about 6 yards there, bringing up 2nd and 16 for the IndianHawks as, that play was snuffed right out, and there was nothing there as Yates just looked to dump it off there to Taylor. So minus 6 yards on that pass attempt. Taylor now is going to split out wide here. 84 to the inside of him. That's Anthony as Yates is going to take the snap, drop back to pass again. Excellent protection. He's got a lot of room to the outside. Looking to throw the ball. Throws the ball over the middle. That pass is caught by Taylor inside the 20. Down at about the 10-yard line. Derek Taylor with a huge catch. So Yates and Taylor hook up again. So that's going to be a 31-yard pass and catch again by Taylor and Yates as they have a great chemistry here tonight, as that's going to be another first down for those two. So Yates going to drop back to pass again. Looking over the middle. He's got a guy again. That's Anthony with the catch. 5 touchdown. IndianHawks, Trevor Anthony with a great catch. It's going to be an 11-yard touchdown pass for the IndianHawks as Trevor Anthony is going to have his 2nd touchdown pass of the night here. As, again, this offense continues to roll, and there's not a lot stopping them right now. So, again, 1 minute, 7 seconds left here in the first half. That's going to bring the score to 21-8. Mark Twain with the lead. As they'll get the ball, looks like at least one more time here in the first half, and as well after the half, as Elsberry Clopton won the toss and chose to receive the ball. So we're going to go for 2. We have a stacked line. 2 tight end. 1 in the backfield, that's Walker. Yates, again, looks to pass. He's going to dump it off to the far side, and that's going to be out of the reach of number 5, Zach Evans. His 2 points is no good. So we've had some issues here with the scoreboard. Our scoreboard has gone offline. But that's going to bring our score here with about a minute left in the first half. Mark Twain, 21, Clopton Elsberry, 18.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Back here is Clopton Elsberry. He's going to kick the ball off. There's the big boot. Ball's going to be returned to about the 22-yard line, straight up the gut here, looking for a hole. He's got plenty of blockers. Lost the ball there. It's finally going to be dragged down after, looks to be about the 42-yard line as Mark Twain's going to come back on the field here with exactly a minute left here in the first half. Again, Mark Twain Tigers 21, Elsberry Clopton 18. As Elsberry Clopton did a really good job of giving their defense a chance to rest there on that last drive. And hopefully now this defense can come onto this field and make some plays, as we're going to look for number 84, Trevor Anthony, and number 45, Damian Walker, to really close up that middle and shut down any gaps they may have, as it looks like Mark Twain's going to look to spread the field out a little bit more. Again, with the options in the near side here, ball carrier is going to slip and go down. There's going to be no gain on that play. Again, the clock will tick now at 50 seconds here in the first half. As it appears no coach on either side is going to look to stop the ball here before the first half ends. So again, here in Center, Missouri, Mark Twain Tigers up 21-18. 30 seconds left here in the first half as Mark Twain looks to appear they're going to hold the ball the rest of the half. Again, there's a snap straight up the middle. Big hole. Be brought down after about a 7-yard gain. 20 seconds left here on the clock. As the clock continues to roll. Ball's at the 47 of the Tigers, and there's a timeout. Mark Twain, their final timeout here the first half, stopping the clock at 11.4 seconds here. So again, before we go to halftime here, I'll read you off some quick stats if I can do some quick math for you. Right now, our leading rushers are Taylor, who has 2 attempts for 3 yards, Yates, 2 attempts for 7 yards, and Walker, 2 attempts for 7 yards. Receiving the ball, I'm going to have to bring a calculator out here for Mr. Taylor, as he's had quite the first half here, as well as Yates has passing the ball. So Taylor has got 5 catches. Again, let me just add up the yards here. So Derek Taylor has 5 catches for 107 yards and a touchdown here in the first half. Trevor Anthony has 2 catches for 50 yards and 2 touchdowns. Kyle Martin with 1 catch for 4 yards, and Zach Evans with 1 catch for 17 yards. Yates has played a heck of a game here. As the play is they're going to run the ball there on second down. It's going to bring the ball. It's about a 20-yard gain. Mark Twain Tigers are going to look to hurry up offense here. There's only 3.2 seconds left on the clock. There's the last play of the half as Mark Twain runs another option play to the near side here. That ball is going to be ran for about 8 yards, but it's going to run out here in the first half. As again, Clopton Elsberry, IndianHawks 18, the home and hosting Mark Twain Tigers 21. So again, before we take our halftime break here and I go get myself some refreshments and something to eat, round off our stats here, we have Sean Yates, who's 9 of 12 tonight so far for 177 yards and 3 touchdown passes, as this offensive passing game of the IndianHawks has been unstoppable here. So again, 21-18 here after the first half. Mark Twain Tigers up on your Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks. We'll see you after half.
Hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird looks showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Our freshman attendants are Autumn Art and Trey Monroe. Autumn is the daughter of Kevin Art and Kristen Didle from Center and participates in softball, student council, FBLA, and basketball. Trey is the son of Michael and Danielle Davis from New London and participates in football. Sophomore attendants are Macy Salter and Evan Torrance. Macy is the daughter of Mark and Lisa Salter from New London and participates in marching band. Evan is the son of Brian and Jennifer Torrance from Center and participates in football, track, and FFA. Junior attendants are Mackenzie Ogle and Avery Epperson. Mackenzie is the daughter of Amy and Adam Ogle from Center and participates in cheerleading, basketball, student council, National Honor Society, Big Buddy, and FBLA. Avery is the son of Richard and Becky Epperson from New London and participates in football. Our king and queen candidates are Paige Eddington and Nathan Davenport. Paige is the daughter of Darren and Dawn Eddington from Perry. Paige participates in softball, basketball, FBLA, FTA, Big Buddy, and the A-Press program. After high school, Paige plans to attend MACC in Columbia and major in teaching, then transfer to a four-year school. Nathan is the son of Chris and Sarah Davenport from New London. Nathan participates in football, track, Big Buddy, and A+. He plans to attend Northwest Missouri State University and go into the medical field. Next, we have Lauren Williams and Evan Johnson. Lauren is the daughter of Chad and Mary Williams from Perry. Lauren participates in cheerleading, student council, FBLA, National Honor Society, Big Buddy, and the A+ program. After high school, Lauren plans to attend the University of Missouri and major in clinical and diagnostic sciences with an emphasis in nuclear medicine, then go to a medical school to become a doctor. Evan is the son of DK and Wendy Johnson from Perry. Evan participates in football and baseball. After high school, he plans to attend State Tech. Next, we have Alexis Ruba and Tyler Lanier. Alexis is the daughter of Charlie Ruba and Brandy Rogers from New London. Buddy, and A+. After high school, she plans on attending Truman State University and major in business. Casey is the son of Joe and Tammy Williams from Center. Casey participates in football, baseball, Big Buddy, and the A+ program. After high school, Casey plans on attending a 4-year college while playing college baseball. Our final candidates are Bria Hooley and Zane Epperson. Bria is the daughter of Brian and Andy Hooley from New London. Bria participates in softball, cheerleading, student council, FCCLA, and National Honor Society. After high school, Bria plans to attend college and major in physical therapy. Zane Epperson is the son of Cindy and the late Junior Epperson from Center. Zane participates in football and baseball. After high school, Zane plans to attend college at Northwest Missouri State and major in medicine. Crowning our king and queen tonight is last year's queen, Shelby Epperson, and king, Aiden Epperson. Shelby is the daughter of Shauna Snoot and is currently attending MACC at Mizzou in Columbia. Aiden is the son of Richard and Becky Epperson from New London and is currently attending Central Methodist University and playing football. Assisting Shelby and Aiden tonight is Mackenzie Cragen, daughter of Dustin and Julia Cragen from New London. Mackenzie is in kindergarten at Rawls County Elementary. Colt Britt, the son of Derek and Ellen Britt of New London. Colt is in preschool at Rawls County Elementary. I am proud to announce that the 2018 homecoming queen is Alexis Ruba, and sharing the honor of king are Zane Epperson and Nathan Davenport.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Elsberry Democrat. Log on to www.elsberrydemocrat.com today.
Welcome back here to, let's see, Center, Missouri, I believe is the location of Mark Twain High School. As Mark Twain High School is celebrating their 2018 homecoming, and they have a lead over the visiting Elsberry Clopton IndianHawks, 21-18. As again, there's roughly a minute 40 left here at halftime. Again, just to go over some of the first half stuff that's going on here. This Mark Twain Tigers team runs quite the option offense that the IndianHawks just have not had an answer for tonight. As again, they're sitting down by 3 points here as we look to start the second half. Listening into the coaches at halftime, it sounds like there's a lot of adjustments that are going to be made here. Possibly look for a 4-4 defense to start out this to really close those A and B gaps for those runners, and they'll look to contain to make sure they can't break anything outside as this triple quadruple option, this multifaceted run offense of the Mark Twain Tigers looks to be stopped here in the second half by Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks. Under a minute left here in halftime. Festivities were quite nice here as again Mark Twain is celebrating their annual homecoming here. Congratulations to those who achieved homecoming court. As well as thanks to everybody who has come out and support both of these teams, as well as you back home who are getting a chance to view some of your favorite IndianHawk players play tonight. So again, we're here in Center, Missouri, location of Mark Twain High School, the Mark Twain Tigers, as they hold a 21-18 lead after the first half over our visiting Elsberry Clopton IndianHawks. My name is Jake Brown here on the Indian Sports Network. Tonight, my partner Kenny Masterson took his lovely wife to San Francisco this past week, and I believe he was just hopping off a plane by the time this game kicked off tonight. So I wish him the best of travels, and we will both be on the Indian Sports Network here next week as we're back home. I believe next week is a Saturday game as the Bowling Green Bobcats are in town to take on Elsberry Clopton IndianHawks. I'll double-check game times for that as we're going to start the second half here as Martin's going to kick the ball off to the far side. The ball's going to be returned to the 25, brought up. And he is at the 35. He's going to be wrapped up and dragged down there. That's going to be number 50, Jacob Martin, with the tackle. As the Tigers will start out with decent field position here to start the second half. Ball appears to be going to be placed at about the 35, 36-yard line of Mark Twain. Excuse me, folks. I'm trying to digest a little bit of dinner here after a quick halftime snack. Got to listen in to some of the coaches, see what's going to go on in the second half. Talk with some of the coaches, see what their perspective is on how this team's doing, which, again, this team looks really well. It's just they haven't had an answer for how to stop this multifaceted run offense. As, again, Mark Twain's at the line. They're starting fast at this run. It's going to be right up the gut again. He's going to be ripped back. Again, a lot going on here, and he's finally going to be brought down. That's Genowan who's going to bring him down after there's a small gain of about 2 yards. So Justin Genowan on the tackle there. As again, this defense tonight has had 3 tackles for a loss, but that's been about it. There's been no sacks on the board. This team does not throw the ball very much. There's been no chances for any interceptions. So this team really needs to focus down and grind out this run that the Mark Twain Tigers have brought here tonight. So again, we're going to line up in this multifaceted option offense of Mark Twain. They're going to drop back. He's going to keep it straight up the middle. He's got a big hole. He's past the 50. Anthony's got a hold of him. And he looks like he's going to finally drag him down at about the 40-yard line. But that's a big gain of about 20 yards. Let me see if I can get the ball carrier on that one. That's Jace Barton Jr. Mark Twain first down here. Ball at the IndianHawk 41, 1st and 10, as again, adjustments need to be made to really clog that middle up and not give this Mark Twain offense any room up the middle to run. 1st and 10 from the 41. Start of the third quarter here in Center, Missouri, home of the Mark Twain Tigers. Again, there's a snap directly straight up the gap, and there's no room this time as number 5, Evans, is going to bring him down before he gets a head of steam going. So that's what the Indian Hawks need to do each and every time, is really clog that middle up and push these guys to the outside to their containers so they can bring them back to the inside, and these big guys in the middle. Evans, looks like maybe that's Dugan out there alongside of him to really bring these guys down. And Walker and Anthony in the middle are going to be play a big key. They need to be shedding those second blocks to get to those ball carriers. Again, the box is loaded. There's 6 down linemen for both teams. And there's a great tackle. Number 5, Zach Martin put his helmet into Jace Barton's midsection and drove him back after a 2-yard gain. So right there is exactly what I'm talking about. Get off the ball, put your helmet in somebody's midsection, and drive back. That's going to be the key to the second half for this Elsberry Clopton team. Is in the first half they were pushed back the entire time, as that Mark Twain line is really pushing them off the ball, giving them room to run this multifaceted offense. So here we go. There's a snap. Again, straight. This time it's going to be brought to the outside. He's got a hole. There's a 20, 15, 10, 5 touchdown. No flags on the play. 37-yard run by Mark Twain. So sorry here, my camera's gone out, folks. Let me fix my camera here. So again, after that 37-yard run, it's going to bring the score to 27-18 Mark Twain. Okay. Mark Twain's attempt for the extra point is blocked, so that's going to bring the score to 27-18, 9:25 left here in the third quarter.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Back here again at Mark Twain High School as the Indian Hawks are down 18-27. As they're going to get the ball here early in the third quarter. Heads up, everybody. There's T-shirts flying here at Mark Twain as the cheerleaders are showering the crowd with T-shirts. Davenport looks to be the kicker. Back to receive for 2 Indian Hawks. That's Taylor and Genowin. There's the kick. And that's going to be caught at the 20 by Genowin. He's going to bring it up to the middle of the field, looking for a blocker. Not going to get anything. Be brought down. This will be about the 33-yard line after a 13-yard return on that play. So again, this high-powered offense of the Indian Hawks come back onto the field. Excuse me. Come back onto the field. Mr. Yates had a huge first half. Again, he went 9 of 12 for 177 yards, 3 touchdowns. Now, he does have a fumble loss, but again, it's a rare turnover for the leader of this offense as we look to continue and put some points on the board here. Again, each and every game this year for me has been a high-powered game, and so far I don't see that stopping tonight. So Yates and company is going to have to really rely on that defense to get a stop here, as we have not stopped Mark Twain at all tonight. So from the 33-yard line, Yates takes the snap. He's going to toss it to the outside. There's Bonstell. He's got a head of steam and some room. He's across the 45, across midfield, 45-40. Finally going to be dragged down, but there's a flag on the play. It's probably a horse collar. Going to add 15 more yards to that play. Eddie Bonstell turning on the Jets to go. So we'll wait for the flag to officially call this and what it's going to be. Make sure it's not going to bring this play back. Bonstell got his motor running, and he was gone. So that looks like it is going to be a personal foul here on the Mark Twain Tigers. The flag was picked up. So after that play there, that's going to be a 32-yard run for a first down by Bonstell. Here on the 35 again, the pitch is Bonstell to the near side. He's got another hole. He's going to be dragged down, but not after a large chunk of change there. It's to be a gain of 6, possibly 5 for Bonstell on the carry. As we have not seen a lot of Eddie Bonstell. Again, I was not at South Callaway last week. So I wouldn't be able to tell you what he did there, but I believe he was injured homecoming night, and we didn't get an opportunity to see a lot of him in that last home game against Wright City. So it's good to see number 22 Bonstell back out there, a sophomore, for this IndianHawk football team. So again, Yates in the pistol. He's got Bonstell behind him. He's going to drop back to pass this time. It's a slant. Anthony's got it. First down. Takes on a defender. And it's down to about the 17-yard line. So that's going to be a 15-yard gain by Anthony and a first down by the IndianHawks. So the ball at the 17, 1st and 10 now for Clopton Elsberry as they're really moving this ball, as this offense has not been able to stop. Those slant and dig routes have been there all night for this team, as again he finds Anthony on that quick slant route. So we're on a stacked line. Bonstell and Walker in the backfield. Yates is dropping back to pass again. Looking. He's going to scramble out to the near side here, looking for some blocker. Damian Walker gives him. He's to the 5. Ball's loose and recovered at the 1-yard line by Mark Twain. As Yates went to spin, the ball came loose. He's pleading his case to the referee that he was down. We'll find out what the official call is. So the referees can join here to see what the play on the field is going to be. From our view in the booth here, looked to be a fumble. Yates is claiming that he was either out of bounds or down by contact. Again, no challenges here in high school, so this is up to these referees to come together here and make the correct call. So we have a close game here at Mark Twain High School. 27-18, Mark Twain on top. So the runner was down by contact. The ball is down at the 3-yard line. So again, it looks like the referees are conferring to make sure the ball is being brought back. Again, folks, I'm really confused with what's going on here. The ball, again, was knocked out of Yates' hand close to the goal line. The referee's now standing at about the 20-yard line, and they're continuing to back this offense up. So we're not exactly sure why the ball was placed at the 17. It appears they're going to replay first down. This appears to be the same down as last time. Offense comes out. There's 4 seconds left in the play clock here. Yates has got to get this snap off. There's the snap. He's going to drop back to pass once again. Yates scrambles to the far side. He's going to keep it this time. Looking for the first down. Close to it. That appears to be about an 8-yard gain as he's out of bounds close to the 10-yard line. Awaiting the change, so it is second down, 2nd and 2 here after Yates keeps it. They call it the 11. They call it 2nd and 3. We're going to call it 2nd and 3 after the 8-yard carry on that play. Yates takes the snap. He's going to hold it. It's the option play. He pitches it outside. Bonstell's got the first down. And he's brought down inside the 10-yard line at about the 6. That's a 5-yard gain by Bonstell as he picks up the first down here. So 1st and goal for Clopton Elsberry here. 6:50 left in the third quarter. 27-18, the home team Mark Twain Tigers on top as Elsberry Clopton looks to answer their first drive score. Here's the snap. Yates hands it straight off to Walker. Walker's looking for a gap up the middle. He pushes the pile, dives in, touchdown. Elsberry Clopton, Damian Walker with the 5-yard run. So that's going to bring the score right now to 27-26, 6:32 left here in the third quarter. So this offense has really kept this Elsberry Clopton team tonight as the defense has had no answer really for, again, this multifaceted Mark Twain offense. As we're going to go for 2 points here to try to cut the lead down to 1 here in the third quarter. Stacked line, 2 tight ends, Walker and Bonstell, with Martin split out wide. There's the snap. The pitch is to Bonstell to the near side, looking for that pylon. He's going to walk it in. 2 points is good. Eddie Bonstell. 6:32 left in the third quarter. Elsberry Clopton 26, home team Mark Twain Tigers 27.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we could teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
Back here in London, Elsberry Clopton kicks the ball off, and it appears to be tipped. We're waiting, and it's to be recovered by the Mark Twain Tigers. Ball recovered there by Mark Twain as Elsberry Clopton looked to create a turnover there on the kickoff. Anything right now to really get this ball back in the offensive hands to give this defense more of a rest, as well as keep this this running attack of Mark Twain off of the field. At 6:28 in the third quarter, 27-26. Mark Twain on top right now of our Cleveland. What's up with me in Cleveland? I get Cleveland and Clopton all the time messed up. So official timeout, as it appears he's letting a trainer cross the field as we may have an injured Elsberry IndianHawk on the sideline. Here we go. So here we go. Back to football. Here's the snap, and again, it's right up the middle. And there's nothing. Ball's loose, and that ball is ours. Elsberry Clopton jars that ball loose and recovers right at the 50-yard line. A lot of celebrating there. Number 38, Avery Hall, looks to be one who created that turnover. As that ball comes out, and it's going to give the ball back to Elsberry Clopton with 6:22 left in the third quarter. Ball's going to be placed on the 49-yard line of Mark Twain. As this offense, again, is back on the field and looking to make some moves as we can get our first lead of the game here tonight. Yates back on the field. In the pistol formation, he's got Bonstell and Walker in the backfield with him. There's the snap, pitch again to the outside here to Bonstell, looking to turn the corner. He's past the 50 to the 45. It's a 4-yard gain for Bonstell as he was looking to turn that corner. One more block and he would have been gone. Again, an official timeout as an injured player for Mark Twain is hobbling off the field. Looks to be, he got the air knocked out of him. So that player comes off the field. The trainer comes back over to this side to attend to this young man. So it's a 4-yard run for Bonstell. Elsberry Clopton breaks huddle. Ball at the 45-yard line, 2nd and 6. We have 4 split out this time. Walker is the only one in the backfield with Yates. Yates takes the snap. Got plenty of time to pass. Pass over the middle. Oh, and just off the hand of Eddie Bonstell, incomplete. Plenty of time there for Yates to make that pass, and he just overshot his receiver. 3rd and 6 from the Tiger 45 as Elsberry Clopton looks to pick up this first down here and continue the drive. Here's the clock is stopped at 5:45 left in the 3rd quarter. Again, 4 wideouts. Bonstell is the closest member to me. Yates has Walker sitting in the backfield next to him. Drops back, pass, again, got him right there in the middle. That's number 5, Evans, I believe, on the catch. Oh, I'm sorry. That's number 13, Martin, on the catch. That's going to be a 12-yard pickup by Martin. Nice little, again, pitch and catch from him and Yates, as those slant routes have really been there all day for this Clopton IndianHawks offense. Again, the offense comes back onto the field. You got Bonstell and Walker in the backfield. You have 2 wideouts, 1 to each side. He's going to take the snap. It's an option play this time. He's going to pitch the ball out. Ball's going to be dropped. And that ball is going to be recovered by Mark Twain as the option was on. Yates had lots of pressure, tried to get it to Bonstell, threw it behind him, and that's going to be a turnover here for the IndianHawks. Yates again pleading his case for what's going on here, but I don't think this time it's going to come by, or it's going to come to be his own ruling after the last one kind of went in his favor. But again, 1st and 10 for Mark Twain now from their own 41-yard line as Yates has got to hustle off the field here after pleading his case with the referees. Doesn't seem to be too happy there on the far sideline as him and Coach Burnett have a talk. As again, here's the snap and here's the run straight up the gut. The pile pushes, and he's finally brought down after about a 9-yard gain. Let me find out the tackle on the play here. As Bonstell is talking with his teammate. That's number 35, McPike, again on that tackle. So after a gain of, it looks like 7 they're going to give them on this play. From the 48, 2nd and 3 for the Mark Twain Tigers. Again, line up in this run formation. There's the snap. It's going to be to the far side. 1st down. And then he's brought down there. That's number 50, Jacob Martin on the tackle again. So ball at the 45-yard line. It's a 1st down here for Mark Twain Tigers. As the clock ticks here in the 3rd quarter, 27-26, Mark Twain on top. Mark Twain coming into this game 1-5, looking for their 2nd win of the season as Clopton Elsberry looks to go back over 500. Again, there's the snap, looking for some room, and there's no room this time. 0 room as Clopton Elsberry is trying to rip that ball out. There is a flag on the play. It appears to be holding there on the offense. Epperson looking for some room there, had no room as multiple IndianHawks were there. It looked to be number 60 or 50 Martin and Anthony who are going to drive him back on that play. Wait for the penalty call here. There's a hold on the offense. So that's going to push them back and still be first down here. So the ball's at the own 44-yard line of the Mark Twain. Now brings up first and 20 with 4 minutes left here in the third quarter. Blue-shirted Mark Twain Tigers line up. There's the snap. Straight up the gut again. Small gain of about 5 as a couple guys wrestle in the backfield there. There's the flag on the play. So Martin's going to pick up the tackle on there. I believe this flag's going to be for unsportsmanlike on Mark Twain, but we'll see if they go ahead and give it to both sides. So personal foul on Mark Twain. So Elsberry Clopton got away with one there as both guys appeared to be struggling on the ground. Guy who got caught, though, is the guy who's going to get in trouble. So as the refs move the ball here, we're going to find out what we're going to have. It appears to be fourth. It'll be first and a mile here for the Tigers, as they've really hurt themselves with 2 back-to-back penalties, 1 holding and 1 unsportsmanlike. So that's 25 yards. So first and 32 from the 33-yard line. They need to get to the 40. I'm sorry, it's the 34. So again, back to pass this time. That ball is picked off by McPike after the Mark Twain Tigers go for the rare pass, and McPike saw that all the way, got up in the air, a bit of a juggle, was able to catch that ball, and Elsberry Clopton is going to force a turnover here, and Mark Twain could be unraveling here as Malik McPike with the big interception to give us the ball back. 3:29, down by 1 now. So this high-powered offense is going to come back on the field. Yates is going to get to redeem himself after that misplay on the option last drive. And we're going to have a chance to take the lead here for the first time in the game. So Clopton Elsberry comes out with 4 wideouts. Walker in the backfield with Yates. From the 46, Yates drops back to pass. Rolling to the near side. He's got a guy downfield. That's Bonstell. He's going to make the catch inside the 10-yard line. No catch, the ref is going to say. And they're going to call that incomplete. Now, I don't know if the center judge got that right. That's a tough call. From this angle, it looked like Bonstell had that ball all the way to the ground. But that ball is going to be called incomplete. Man, that is tough right there. Break for the IndianHawks as Yates made a great play that only Bonstell could make a play on that ball. He caught it, and the ref is going to disagree with us. So, again, 2nd and 10 now. That's quite disappointing if you're the IndianHawks. Yates with the snap. Plenty of time to pass again. Pass to the far side. That's Anthony with the reception. Looks to break a tackle, and he's going to be wrapped up after just a short gain of about 3 yards on the play. So again, folks, I'm not going to lie, I'm a bit salty over that last play still, as Bonstell really looked to make that catch on the play. We might have to go back to the tape here in the booth to see if that was a catch, but clock's going to roll under 3 minutes here in the third quarter. Got 3rd and 7, big third down here for Yates and company. There's the snap. He's going to drop back to pass. Looking to pass. It's a broken play. He's going to stay at the line. He's looking to pass still. He is going to pass. Bonstell's there. Oh, and off his numbers and incomplete. Sean Yates did everything he was supposed to do there. He kept that play alive. He wanted to run that ball. In my opinion, he should have went ahead and took it off that ball to make this 4th down a lot more manageable here for Elsberry Clopton. As that ball hit off Eddie Bonstell's numbers, because he's still thinking about that last play. And that's rough right there. So 4th and 7 now from the 44. 2:35 left here as Sean Yates is he's no coward to these 4th downs. We've seen a lot of big plays out of him on 4th down these past weeks. So let's see how he does here on the road. Is he going to take the snap? He's going to drop back to pass once more again. Pass over the middle. He's got Anthony. But that ball's picked off by a Mark Twain defender inside the 20-yard line. Triple coverage thrown into there. Yates looking for his biggest target on the field. And that pass is going to be intercepted. So interception on the last play there. So another turnover here. A sloppy start to the second half as both teams have turned the ball over multiple times here in the third quarter. As they continue, as one team looks to point any points on the board here. As we had constant offense there in the first half, and in the second half we haven't had much of anything. So here we are in the option run again. It's going to be a keeper to the near side here. He's got a little bit of room, and he's finally going to be dragged down there. That's Taylor again. He's been everywhere tonight for this Clopton IndianHawks defense. Derek Taylor with another big tackle. Our leading tacklers tonight are going to be Taylor, McPike, and Anthony, as those three guys look to lead this offense and come up with some second half stops here. So this give this offense another try and some more chances against this Mark Twain defense. Under 2 minutes here in the third quarter. There's the snap by Mark Twain. The ball's going to be carried straight up the middle. He's got some blockers, but a gang of IndianHawks are going to bring him down. Let's see who's going to come up off this pile. Yates is in there on the tackle. Number 5, Zach Evans is in there big as well. Evans has played well. Again, up there with leading tacklers. As that defensive line, he's not let a lot of guys come across his edge. So official timeout on the field right now. 1:27 left here in the third quarter. The Clopton IndianHawks are still down by 1. So the officials are actually going to measure this last play here to see if it's a first down or not. And while we wait for this to happen, we'll just take a quick 30-second.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
So after that official timeout here, it was for a measurement. We're going to have 3rd and inches for Mark Twain Tigers as the clock rolls at 1:20 left in the third quarter. Mark Twain snaps the ball just straight up the middle, looking for that first down. Not a lot of room there. It appears the official will probably give him the first down based on momentum. The side judge on the far line is. So this is going to be a first down, the Mark Twain Tigers. So the ball is going to be spotted at the Tigers' 29. Clock rolls at 1:07 left here in the third quarter. As again, we look to somebody looks to point some points on the board here in the third quarter, as neither team has had an opportunity to score. There's been a lot of sloppy play. A lot better play, though, on the defensive side of the ball for the IndianHawks, as they've been a lot disciplined and causing some penalties. As that ball snapped and be brought straight up the middle, and Martin's there. That's going to be about a 4-yard gain after Martin was able to bring him down. So Kyle Martin and Lucas Martin in on that tackle. Clock rolls at 25 seconds left here in the third quarter. This could be the last play here before we enter the fourth quarter here at Mark Twain High School, as we are the visitors for their homecoming 2018. Clock ticks at 10. There's the snap direct again to the backfield. Yates has got him wrapped up looking for some help, and he's going to get it with Evans as well there to bring him down. So Zach Evans and Sean Yates on the stop there, as that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. A sloppy one, but a good one. As no scoring happened, a lot of defense adjustments have been made, And we are going into the fourth with the home team, Mark Twain Tigers, leading your Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks 27-26.
At Elsberry Pharmacy in Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
Welcome back here to Center, Missouri, the home of the Mark Twain Tigers, as they lead the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks 27-26 here on their homecoming 2018. So again, my name is Jacob Brown. I just want to thank you guys all for supporting the Elsberry IndianHawk Network, the Elsberry Democrat, and all of our great sponsors that help bring this broadcast to you each and every football game for our Elsberry IndianHawks. So again, 3rd and 1 here for Mark Twain. This is a direct snap again, straight up the middle. He's got a lot of room. He's going to run into McPike, who will bring him down, but not after the first down. So Malik McPike playing safety there, running back made it clean up the middle, and McPike was the only one there to stop him from a touchdown. So again, this running attack of this Mark Twain team has really worked out for them tonight, as this in the 3rd quarter, the Elsberry team, excuse me, folks, was able to create some bad plays, create some turnovers, frustrate the other team, and they're going to have to do some more of that in the 4th quarter if they're going to look to win this game today. Again, handoff straight up the middle. And Efferson's going to be the ball carrier. He's going to be brought down by number 45, Walker, who wrestles him to the ground. So the ball is placed at the IndianHawk 49-yard line, 2nd and about 7 here for the Tigers. As that IndianHawks offense needs to really put a beat down on this run defense, close those gaps, and pile up on these runners to don't let them get those extra yards like he just did there. So again, here's the direct snap. It's to the near side here. Ball's a keeper. Tackle's going to be made, and it's going to be, but not after a first down, as Yates and Genoan are in there on that tackle. So Emerson again with the keeper, and that's good for another Mark Twain first down. As the clock will roll at 10:52 here. The ball's at the IndianHawk 42-yard line. Again, 27-26. Your IndianHawks down by 1 here as we started the 4th quarter. Center, Missouri at Mark Twain High School, as their homecoming 2018 is tonight, and we look to spoil that for them. Here's the snap. Direct snap back. Gonna run it to the near side here. Anthony looks to get an arm on him. He's just gonna be brought down by another gain of tacklers, but not after another huge gain. So Martin with another tackle there, but again, this Elsberry defense is having a really hard time of wrapping these running backs up and bringing them down. They know what they're going to do. It's going to be a direct snap. They don't know which side it's going to go to, but they know what to do here. So, again, this defense needs to plug those gaps at the middle. The guys on the edges need to seal those edges, and we need to wrap up and put the ball down. Again, you give these guys a long 3rd and 10, and they're not going to have a lot of options. They're not the best at passing the ball. They don't have a great passing attack. We saw 3 attempts tonight, maybe, and one of those has been picked off. So, again, let's push this team back. Get some push on the defensive line. And there it is right there. That ball is just stuffed. Nothing there, as it looks like it's going to be a lot of IndianHawks there getting out of that pile. That's number 33 coming out the bottom of that. I'm not sure who that is, but that young man got down and dirty. So Dugan's going to check in to cut up the middle there. I'm not sure a lot of these guys have seen the changed numbers or worn new jerseys tonight. But again, I got 72 out there, got no number for him. 75. 33, all these guys out there in the trenches playing this game, looking to get some pushback against this offensive line. As again, the run is there, but Anthony's there, and he's going to bring him down. Very nice play by Trevor Anthony, who sealed that edge once that runner got to the outside. And he's going to bring him down. It looks to be about a 3, possibly 4-yard gain. So again, here it is. So they're going to gain a 5. Matthew Dugan is number 75. So it's a 3rd and 5 on that gain. So here it is, 3rd down. Clock rolling at 8:40. The big 3rd down here for both teams if we can stop this play. Mark Twain at the line, ready for the snap, and there it is. Again, directly up the middle. Got him. Wrapped him up. Trevor Anthony. Possibly no gain on that play. Timeout on the field as we got a player down on the field. So Trevor Anthony with that big tackle there. It's going to bring up 4th and down here as we have an Elsberry IndianHawk player down. I'll give you a name as soon as I can see his number. Do we think it's 75? That's going to be a senior captain, Matt Dugan, on the field. He's pointing to his knee. That's never a good sign for a young man anytime a knee injury occurs. So Matthew Dugan down. We wish him the best right now. He's in our prayers, and we're going to take a quick break.
Hi, my name is Jerry Callahan, pharmacist and owner of the medicine shops in Troy and Elsberry Pharmacy. We strive every day to bring better service, better value, and better health care to our friends in our communities. We want to say thank you for your support, and we're proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com. Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We have numerous programs to help your wallet as well as save precious time. Save money with our RX Savings Club program, and you can save time with our medication synchronization program where we fill your prescriptions at the same time each month. We also offer our medication adherence program to help you remember to take your medications on time as prescribed by your doctor. Better value, better service, better health care. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be your local independent pharmacy in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
Back here in center at Mark Twain High School, that was number 68, Brody Freeborn, who was injured on the play, not 75, Dugan. So again, Brody, he is being helped off the field by coaches and players. So we wish that young man the best in anything that happens in any future he has. Get well soon, Brody. We wish you the best, all of us here in the stands, all of us at home and online. That young man is only a sophomore, so let's hope that this is an injury that he can recover from during the offseason and be back to play for his junior year. If not, let's just hope this is not any career injury or career-threatening injury because, again, this young man's only a sophomore. He's a big part of this offensive and defensive lines of this Elsberry Clopton team and will be for the coming years, provided that this injury doesn't ruin that. So again, Brody, get well. We need you. Take care of yourself. As back here, action is resumed. 8:20, 27-26. Mark Twain on top. 4th and 4. And a hard count's going to jump the Elsberry Hawk team offsides. That's going to be an automatic 1st down for Mark Twain. As they went with the hard count, and they got him. That was something that the Elsberry Hawks should have been seeing all along. Watch that ball. Do not go off of that cadence, that quarterback. Watch that ball. So Mark Twain, 1st down now. Fresh set of downs, 8:18 left here in the 4th quarter. Ball on the 22-yard line, 1st down and 10. As again, Mark Twain Tigers are looking for their 2nd win of the season here. And what a better night to get it than would be their homecoming 2018. So again, there's a snap directly up the middle. There's a big hole. Anthony looks to wrap him up. He can't. But McPike is going to, not after a 1st down. That's a touchdown-saving run. But Malik McPike brings him down. So 1st down, Mark Twain there. It's going to be 1st and goal now from about the 9-yard line. As this Elsberry Clopton defense, this is where you need to take a stand. So first down Tigers. Clock rolls under 8 minutes to go. The Tigers break huddle and come out. Here's the snap directly up the middle. He's got a big hole. He's going to be wrapped up by Anthony, and it looks like he's going to be brought down at the 1-yard line. So Trevor Anthony, another touchdown-saving tackle, as McPike is in on that tackle as well. So here we are, second and goal from the 1-yard line, as they look to just pound this ball in and add to their lead here in the fourth quarter. Mark Twain breaks huddle and back to the line. There's a snap straight up the gut. Walks it in, touchdown. Touchdown, Mark Twain Tigers. 6:54 left here in the fourth quarter. 33-26 before the extra point attempt here. As again, the team looks to, both teams, this is the first points here in the second half actually for either side. So let's see what Elsberry Clopton has in store for the rebuttal. So timeout on the field, Mark Twain, as they look to discuss this two-point conversion. We'll be back for that.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Back at Mark Twain High School, Clopton, Elsberry, IndianHawks down by 7 at the moment before the extra point or two-point conversion attempt by the Mark Twain Tigers. 6:54 left here in the third quarter. This has been an excellent game. The first half was full of offense. The second half so far has been sloppy, as the Mark Twain Tigers have just put the first touchdown on the board here, as they've now taken the lead at 33-26 as the offense trots back onto the field for the extra point or two-point conversion attempt. And it appears to be, it's going to be a similar swing gate. They have 3 receivers split to the far side. Let's watch the screen pass here. So Tigers line up. There's the snap. It's going to be a direct snap straight at the gut. Is he in? He is. 2 points good. So the conversion is good. That's going to put them up 9. 35-26 over the Elsberry Clopton IndianHawks. So again, Elsberry Clopton has any hopes of winning this game. One, the first thing they're going to have to do is put the ball in the end zone. The second thing they're going to have to do is stop that offense of the Mark Twain Tigers, as they've given up 35 points tonight here to the 1-5 Mark Twain Tigers, looking for an emo conference win tonight. So as both teams look to take the field again, the cheerleaders hand out some more T-shirts for that touchdown. As Clopton's got a lot of work to do here in the last roughly 7 minutes left in this ball game. They want any chance of going to 4-3 on this year. Mark Twain back onto the field, lines up for the kick. Taylor and Genowan back to receive this kick. Another beautiful night here in October. A beautiful night for football as Mark Twain's going to kick the ball off here. The kick is about 10 yards in the air. Number 1, Martin is going to receive it at the 35 and to be hit right away. No return, as the IndianHawks weren't quite sure what to do with that one, as that ball was kicked into the lights. Martin wasn't sure to let it go over his head or catch that ball, and it was a good thing he did, because the defenders were right there and they would have jumped on top of that ball right away. So again, this defense trots back onto the field. 6:51 left in the fourth quarter. 35-26, Mark Twain Tigers lead your Elsberry Clopton IndianHawks.
So ball on the 34. Clopton Elsberry breaks huddle. We got one receiver, that's Martin, to the near side here. Jumbo set on the line. There's the handoff to Bonstell. Straight up the middle. He's got a small hole. He's going to be brought down. Appears to be a 3-yard gain on that play for Eddie Bonstell, number 22, sophomore. Clock rolls here at 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter as Elsberry back to the line. Bonstell, Walker in the backfield. Martin split out to the near side. 2 tight ends, Evans and Anthony on each end. There's the snap. We're dropping back to pass this time. Plenty of protection. Drops the ball off to the near side to Evans here, and he's going to get the first down. So that's a 6-yard pass to Zach Evans for the first down. Let's keep those chains moving. So 46-yard line is where the ball will be placed. 1st and 10 as he got out of bounds on that one, so the clock is stopped at 6:13. Again, 35-26 is your score. Similar formation, stacked line, Martin there. Bonstell and Walker in the backfield. Pitch goes to Bonstell to the far side. He's got Walker out lead front. He's got a hole and he breaks it. Across the 55 and he's brought down. That's going to be a 7-yard gain by Bonstell as, again, he's looking to get ahead of steam and outrun this Mark Twain offense or defense. Second and 3 coming up here for Elsberry Clopton. Clock rolls under 6 minutes here as the boys are already at the line, ready to run the next play. Stacked line again. Martin to the near side. Yates with the snap. Drops back to pass. Plenty of time. He's got Martin running down the sideline and is overthrown. Yates with a strong arm just overthrew his intended target, Kyle Martin, who had 2 steps on those defenders. So the clock will stop at 5:36 left in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 3 coming up from the 48-yard line of the Mark Twain Tigers. So 3rd and 3 coming here. Stacked line again. Martin split out to the near side. Snap is there. It's up to, I'm sorry, folks, the snap, and it's a handoff to Walker directly up the middle, who carries a pile of defenders, but not after getting the first down there. So let's see where that ball is placed. Damian Walker on the first down run there. So that's going to be a 6-yard run by Damian Walker for a first down. Again, the clock rolls at 5:22 here. There's the snap, the drop back. It's a pass again. Yates scrambles to the far side. He's going to keep it. He's got a block. He's going to get out of bounds before the first down. It appears there's a flag on the play. So I'll wait for the officials' ruling here, see what the flag is. Personal foul on Elsberry Clopton. So I'm not sure what that gesture was, but I do know that's a personal foul against Elsberry Clopton. So that's going to negate the yardage gained by Yates there. And that's going to bring up 1st and 25 now from their own 44-yard line. I'm sorry. Yes, that is their own 44 now. So 5:13 left now in the fourth quarter. 1st and 25. Yates, he's got his 4 receivers set. One in the backfield, that's Walker. He's going to drop back to pass. Great protection by that offensive line. He's looking to pass, and he's just going to keep it again. It's across midfield and pushed out of bounds. So Yates with a 6-yard gain. He's going to get out of bounds again to stop the clock at 5:05 left here in the fourth quarter. This high-powered team needs to get something going here if they want to come back and win this ball game here. The Mark Twain Tigers have really controlled this game from the start. After the Elsberry Clopton went 4 and out on their first drive of the game, there's been no stopping this Mark Twain team other than turnovers. So here we are now, 2nd and 18 from the 49.
There's the snap. Again, plenty of room or plenty of time to throw. There's the pass, and it's picked off again. Mark Twain picks the ball off, intended for Eddie Bonstel. Davenport with the interception here. So the ball is going to be placed at the Tiger 29-yard line. It's not a good turnover there by Sean Yates. As again, he's throwing into double coverage there. If anything, you got to throw that ball. What's the word I'm looking for? That ball is thrown on a straight line. He really needs to get that ball in the air to make sure it's only catchable to his receiver. That's just one of the learning curves this young man, junior here for this Elsberry Clopton team is going to have to learn going into his senior season. So here we are. There's the direct snap by Mark Twain. It's going to be a carry out to the near side. He's got a lot of room. Past the 35, across the 40 to the 45, and brought down. Damian Walker and Genowin are going to finally bring him down, but not after a 15-yard gain by the Mark Twain Tigers. So another Tiger first down as the clock is going to roll here, as Elsberry Clopton is going to take their first charge timeout.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Returning from the timeout here in Center, Missouri, the home of the Mark Twain Tiger football program, as they lead the Elsberry Clopton IndianHawks 35-26 after that interception. 4:50 left here in the fourth quarter as Mark Twain looks to win its second game of the year on 2018 homecoming for themselves. As Elsberry Clopton looks to avoid going 3-4 and under 500. So again, Blues ready to go. There's the snap. It's going to be an option here to the near side. He's got the corner already. He's at the 50. Be rode out of bounds there. That's Martin who's going to ride him out of bounds. About a 9-yard gain. They say 8. We'll give him 8. So an 8-yard gain there. As the clock is going to stop as he was pushed out of bounds. .27 for Mark Twain brings the play in. This is again Mark Twain breaks huddle. Here's a snap. Straight up the gut with it this time. Carrying defenders. Just carrying defenders. Number 71, Walonsky tried to bring him down, and he did after a 5-yard carry. First down, Mark Twain. Well, Mark Twain first down as the clock's going to continue to roll here in the fourth quarter. 4:37 left as Mark Twain continues to drive, and there has been absolutely no stopping this run game tonight on the Clopton-Elsberry side. That's been a big weakness all year that I'm sure Coach Burnett and the coaching staff will continue to work on as they go forward in this regime. Again, the ball kept up the middle. He's going to break a tackle. He's about the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Mark Twain Tigers. So number 39, Chase Barton with the 39-yard keeper straight up the gut, as that's going to bring the score to 41-26. The home team and homecoming Mark Twain Tigers are putting it to the Elsberry Clopton IndianHawks here in the fourth quarter. Emerson on to attempt the extra point here. And the ball is fumbled. Snap is no good. Conversion is no good. That's going to bring the score to the Mark Twain Tigers 41, Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks 26, 4:11 left in the fourth quarter.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Elsberry Clopton's going to need a little bit of mother magic on their side here as 4:11 is left here in the fourth quarter here at Mark Twain High School as the Mark Twain Tigers lead the Elsberry Clopton IndianHawks 41-26. As again, this has been a rough second half for the IndianHawks. Both teams have come out on fire in the first half, just exchanging blow for blow. In this second half, it's been all Mark Twain. I'm sorry, I should only say fourth quarter. That third quarter, there was nothing going on. Again, there's the kickoff. Ball is kicked into the lights. Bonstella is going to receive it. He's going to take a couple steps, and he's going to be brought down right at the 40-yard line as this Elsberry Clopton offense comes back onto the field to see if we can salvage any points here in the fourth quarter and put a little bit of a scare into this Mark Twain Tiger team. So, again, I believe there should be plenty of time on the board for two scores. You know, strike quick. Get the ball back and strike quick again. You know, beggars can't be choosers, but let's hope for the best here as this Mark Twain squad looks to stop and intercept Yates for the third time tonight here. So we break huddle. 4 wideouts. 4 wideouts. Yates takes the snap. He's going to drop back to pass. Got plenty of time. He's got Anthony on the near side here, and it's caught and out of bounds. Trevor Anthony with the catch at the 46-yard line. So it's a 16-yard pass to Anthony there, as him and Taylor have been the best options for Yates tonight. So there's a good first down. Clock stops at 4:05. Elsberry Clopton breaks huddle here. Comes back onto the field. 4 wideouts. There's the snap, and again drops back to pass. Plenty of time again. Plenty of time. He's got a receiver wide open. That's number 5, Evans, with the catch at the 28-yard line. So that's an 18-yard pass there for another first down by Yates as Evans makes that reception. As 2 big plays here have put the Tigers within striking distance. There's a snap. Yates is just looking with all the time in the world. Looking, get rid of the ball, young man, or get out of bounds. He's a step out of bounds. So no gain's going to be on the play. Yates was looking for a receiver, tried to dance back inside to gain a couple more yards, but he did step out of bounds. No gain on the play. So again here, 2nd and 12 now. 3:38 left here in the fourth quarter. Yates relaying the play there. Yates takes the snap, drops it off here to Taylor. Taylor using his legs, gets to the outside, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. Can't quite see where he's going to be pushed out of bounds at. So Taylor with the reception. 7-yard completion on that play. It's going to be up 3rd and 5 now for the IndianHawks. Again, urgency is of the matter. 3:34 left here in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 5 for the Elsberry IndianHawks. 4 wideouts again. Yates drops back to pass. He's going to escape pressure, looks for somebody, and another interception thrown. Sean Yates tried to dump it off over the middle. Returned back to the 35, over the 35-yard line. 3 interceptions on the night for Sean Yates as the Mark Twain crowd goes crazy here. As there's now 3:22 left in the fourth quarter, 41-26 as Mark Twain will take the ball over at their own, yes, that is at their own 38-yard line. So Sean Yates looking for somebody over the middle there. Mark Twain's really dropped back into coverage, and there was nobody open over the middle there. So timeout, Mark Twain, 3:22 left in the fourth quarter.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
After the interception, the Tigers will take the ball over at the 38-yard line of their own, their own 38-yard line. 3:22 left here in the fourth quarter as the Mark Twain Tigers look to wrap up 2018 homecoming with a victory here over the visiting Elsberry Clopton IndianHawks. It's not been a good night for Sean Yates, who's thrown 3 rare interceptions tonight. It's just not been there for the Elsberry Clopton IndianHawks as it normally has been. As again, the snap straight up the gut, and he's going to hold on to it. He's got some room. He's going to break a tackle. He's past the 50 to 45 and finally brought down. Martin with the tackle as this Clopton Elsberry defense looks deflated right now, guys. I think they need to realize that they have 3 minutes and 16 seconds worth of football left to play here, and it's time to play some football still. So again, clock's going to run here at 3:15. The Elsberry Clopton defense needs to understand there's again 3 minutes left here in this football game. If they want to have go in, finish this game on a high note, that should be the word from the coaches right now is, yeah, we had a lot of mistakes tonight, but let's finish this game on a high note. Let's have some stops on defense. Here again, the snap straight up the gut. He's going to be stuffed up. He's being ripped down. And that's going to be Will Clark and Trevor Anthony on that tackle. As again, this Clopton Elsberry team looks to just salvage anything they can here in the fourth quarter. And again, leave this game on a high note as the Mark Twain Tigers look to wrap this game up here at Homecoming 2018. Again, 2:20, clock rolls here, so unless some things can really go right for Clopton Elsberry, I would look for Mark Twain to really run this ball constantly. They have they have the whole game, and finish this Clopton team off. So there's the snap again, straight up the gut. He's got some room. He's at the 30. He's past the 30. He's going to be dragged down at the 35. That's Lucas Martin on that tackle. So that's another Mark Twain first down. So the ball placed at the Clopton Elsberry 27 as the players come back onto the field here. Blue lines up. There's a snap, and again, straight up the gut. He's going to be wrapped up at the bottom. That's going to be Martin who initially wrapped him up, and he's helped out by multiple IndianHawks there. So Martin and Bonstell on that. It's going to bring up 2nd and 5 here for this Mark Twain Tigers offense. So again, the clock winds down now. We're at just about a minute left to play here in the fourth quarter. As again, the Tigers look to possess the ball the rest of the game. There's the snap. It's going to be a direct snap straight up the gut. He's going to be brought down by multiple guys there. It's going to be 55, Will Clark on there on that pickup. Whistle on the field. There's 49 seconds left on the field here as the officials look to speak about the placement of the ball, it looks like. They are. And now the clock rolls. So the clock rolls at 43 seconds, 40 seconds. Mark Twain is on the sideline. It looks as they'll take a delay of game penalty here, or they'll call timeout the last second to go ahead and run the rest of this timeout. So 8 on the play clock, 28 on the time. Let's see what they do here. The coach is going to go ahead and call a timeout. So timeout, Mark Twain, as we look to finish this game up again here. 41-26, Mark Twain Tigers with the lead over your Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks. 23.3 seconds left. Folks, I thought tonight was really going to be a shootout between these two teams, and that wasn't the case after the first half. The first half was full of scoring. I mean, each team went back and forth. Clopton started off with the ball. They went 4 and out, unfortunately. Had to give the ball over to Mark Twain. Mark Twain scored. Clopton Elsberry drives back down the field, scores to be down by a couple, and it's gone back and forth consistently through this game until that third quarter when a lot of errors on both sides of the field starting to occur. And then after that, this fourth quarter has been all Mark Twain. And the name of this game has been the name of every other game it's been this season, and that's the troubles that these Cleveland. I promise one day, folks, it'll not only be Cleveland, it'll be Clopton. But these Clopton, Elsberry, IndianHawks have got to work on stopping that defense. Coach Burnett and squad need to really work with these boys these last few weeks to stop that. As Mark Twain Tigers will take a knee here, as this appears to be, this will close out the game as the play clock has stopped. The clock will run down. Your final score here from Center, Missouri, the home of the Mark Twain Tigers. Your Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks 26, and it's a 2018 homecoming win for the Mark Twain Tigers. Congratulations to both teams tonight. They played a hell of a game. My name is Jake Brown. I'll be right back after this quick message with the totals for our score.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back one last time here from London, Missouri, the home of the Mark Twain Tigers as they take down the visiting in your Elsberry Clopton IndianHawks 41-26. Final game totals, tallying those now. Looks like we have, for rushing, Taylor had 2 carries for 3 yards tonight. Yates, 4-21. Our player of the week against Van Far, Damian Walker, had 4 carries for 18 yards and a touchdown, and Eddie Bonstell had 6 carries for 55 yards. Our receiving leaders of the night, let me just go ahead and add these up real quick for us. So Taylor had quite the game. He had 6 catches for one moment here, 116 yards and a touchdown for Derek Taylor tonight. Not a bad game or performance by that young man. Trevor Anthony, again, guys, he's not one to sleep on. This young man is going to be a talent at the next level, whether it be a small D2 school or a larger Division I school. But he had 5 catches tonight for 84 yards and 2 touchdowns, really helping Sean Yates in this offense. Another guy on the board tonight, we had Kyle Martin, who had a couple catches for 16 yards. And then we had Zach Evans, who's always played a big role on this team,
and he had 3 catches tonight for it appears to be 44 yards. So again, this offense really came alive and played a great game tonight, but it's the turnovers and the mistakes that really caused this Clopton Elsberry team to lose this game. And again, congratulations to Mark Twain. It was their homecoming tonight. I do wish them the best of luck, not only tonight, but the rest of the season here. So one last stat I want to bring to you are some Sean Yates stats in tonight. Our quarterback, who we've come to love here, did not have the best of games tonight here in Mark Twain. He did do his best to lead his team back down the field, but a lot of mistakes, interceptions. There's 3 interceptions thrown. You know, you can't recover from that when your defense is giving up the yardage on the ground that the team did give tonight. So that's the tough part. Sean Yates did play a great game here. So he went 16 to 23 for 3 touchdowns. He did have a fumble and 3 interceptions, though. So those 4 mistakes right there really is what caused this tonight. So, again, this doesn't fall into the shoulders of Yates. This doesn't fall on the shoulders of Martin. This doesn't fall on the shoulders of any of those young men. It simply goes onto the shoulders of this entire team. And this coaching staff needs to work on getting this running game worked out. My name is Jacob Brown, guys. Next week we have the visiting Bowling Green Bobcats coming at you. Be on the lookout on the Facebook page of Elsberry Democrat and the Elsberry Clopton football program. I believe this game is on Saturday. I'm not exactly sure the start time. Again, be on the lookout for all the Facebook pages. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button on YouTube so you can see anytime we're live with any of the local Elsberry softball, football. Once basketball season, we'll have those games for you as well. So right here, again, this is your home of Elsberry Sports, the Indian Sports Network. My name has been Jake Brown from here in London, Missouri at Mark Twain High School. I bid you all good night. Thank you.